Okay. Let's see, where were we? You had mentioned that you had purchased Primo Spot at some point.
Yep.
I guess for your prior phone.
Yeah.
Which phone was that?
I purchased it originally for the 3G.
The 3G. And do you remember how long ago that was that you purchased it?
Probably about 3 months ago.
3 months ago. Okay. And how did you find out about Primo Spot?
Well, I saw that it was in an ad for Apple. I'm pretty sure I saw like the layout. And then I was talking to some fellow employees, and they were talking about different apps, and I was showing them a parking app that I was currently using.
Which was the parking app that you were currently using?
I forget. I haven't used it for months and months. I used it a couple of times, and then I kind of stopped. It was an app where you just locate yourself, and then it locates other people, and it lets them know that you've left. And so it's purely based on user participation.
Right,
being that it wasn't that huge of an app and didn't have that much user participation, it was pretty much useless.
So if it had more user participation, it would have been maybe a good app?
Yeah. I mean, it still would have been a basic app, but it would have been much better. But yeah, and so then one of my coworkers told me about Primo, and I tried it out.
Wow, okay. And what other parking apps had you tried other than the last parking app before Primo? Were there many, or just that one?
Just that one.
Okay. And are you satisfied with Primo? Do you wish it did more, or?
I'm only satisfied because I don't find there to be any other strong alternative. That having been said, despite it being the only app that I really know of that works at all efficiently, I don't use it very often just because in the past the negative has kind of outweighed the positives for me.
Okay. And so you've had the app for about 3 months running.
Yeah.
Between your prior phone and you have now what
the
phone?
iPhone 4.
You have the iPhone 4. Lucky you. I would love to have the iPhone 4.
Yeah, I lucked out.
So have you been using it quite a bit, or is it something that you just use randomly?
Well, it's something that I didn't use too much on the 3G because the GPS wasn't as... It didn't locate me as well as I wanted to, and I just didn't think that it was worth it. And so once I got the iPhone 4 and I was in the city, I decided to try and give it, another shot with it being a little bit more accurate. And even then, it was definitely a better experience, but it still wasn't by any means a perfect experience.
Okay. So how would you improve the app?
Few different things. One is that they simply show you spots. They don't show you it's purely based on what's available, not necessarily what you need. I was in New York and I tried to use Primo, but I was spending about 4 or 5 days at my friend's house, and I couldn't find any different spot from just a metered spot versus, say, a parking garage or anything like that. And so it would have been a little bit better if I could have, put in that I was staying a weekend, or what's the cheapest place to stay for 4 nights, something like that, whether it be a garage or on-street.
So
parking.
being able to actually put a period of time in and be able to select specific types of parking that you're interested in,
Yeah.
like parking filters, like valet parking or resident parking or parking metered or parking garages, having access to those kind of filters would have made the experience a better experience for you, you feel?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Even last night, or 2 nights ago in Cambridge, I just needed to park for a movie and then leave. And so if I could have had something like that, that's just what's the cheapest, quickest parking for 2 hours, and then I'm gone. But instead, I was looking around for different spots with everybody else.
And how much do you think you would pay if there was a parking solution out there that could help you find open parking spaces, that could help you find the type of parking that you're looking for, because you're looking for a visitor parking space, or you're looking for 4 nights that you can park in a specific location, not have to worry about moving your car, and that you could get an alert reminding you when to move your car so that you wouldn't get a parking ticket. How much would you pay
Well,
do you think? First of all, how much did you pay for Primo Spot?
$3, I believe.
You paid $3. Was that a one-time, lifetime purchase? Okay. If you could get everything that your heart's desired in a parking solution, would you pay 99 cents per month?
Per month? I don't know. I'm always weary about subscription apps because there's so few of them out there that the sort of model of buy your app, you have it forever, and then you get all those updates, unless there's really a major overhaul, and then you can download the update for like a cheaper price.
Right. So that's
been
you
a
prefer.
little bit more comfortable.
Okay. So based on that scenario that you just described, how much do you think the value of that would be?
Well, it's tough because the App Store, most apps range from about free to 99 cents. And so
Right.
ones over that tend to have light versions and things like that where you can try out. Primo didn't have a light version, so just paying $3 off the bat, even though it's not a lot compared to the other apps I've purchased, which might be cheaper or even free, I was a little bit hesitant to do so because sometimes you can get an app that does nothing and you're throwing $3 away.
Right.
So if I tried a light version, which I liked, whether it be time limited or feature limited or whatever, if I tried that and I liked it, I would probably be willing to pay probably up to $5-6.
That's interesting. And have you tried other apps that are time limited?
Sort of. There's a few apps I've tried which you use it for a certain amount of time and then an ad pops up and you watch that ad for 30 seconds and then it goes back to normal. So you have things like that which are ad supported, which I've used, and so that I've tried.
Excuse me. So it's not like you can try the app for 60 days and then after 60 days you can't use it anymore. It's that you can try it for 60. You can try it, and every 60 days an ad might pop up to try and get you to buy the full version. So.
Yeah, and that's usually happens on a couple minutes basis rather than days basis. But I also have tried an app which has 30 days free. It was a GPS app that I actually currently use. But the app itself is 99 cents. Then you pay a subscription for the actual service of the GPS, and it's pretty cheap. But when I actually tried it, you get 30 days of.
Which app is that?
MotionX GPS.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get 30 days of service, and then after